Welcome back. Time for better tech tips. Updating your technology could be good for your phone, computer, or tablet, but you always have to pay attention.
Joining us is Stan Prager from GoGeeks in East Longmeadow to explain why. So what are we looking for with this before you update?
So you want to know what the update is.
Of course.
So that's the default question, all right? And that's the reason that we have a problem. So, you know, at GoGeeks, we have about 2,500 clients, and I would say 2,499 of them either do all of the updates or don't do any updates at all. That
seems
seems
no
to be
middle ground.
There is no middle ground, right? So either whatever it says update, just hit the button, or, oh, I don't want to do any updates because I'm not sure.
Well, it's inconvenient. Okay? You have to be plugged in. You got to be on Wi-Fi.
You're
for some
forced
of them.
to have to think and make a decision. And I hate this too, by the way, in all other arenas of life.
And it seems like updates just keep coming and coming. And I get
All
it.
the
It's
time.
an update, but every other day there's another update.
You need an update to fix the update that you updated.
That's true.
And I always feel like, will this update screw up an app or something that I already enjoy?
Of course.
And I don't want it to change.
And these are reasonable fears. But you have to move away from that default state that everybody else is in.
Get out of your safe zone.
So basically, I'm going to try to make it easier today.
I fear change.
And put it in. Well, doesn't everyone? I'm going to try. I mean, we're all comfortable in our little hub, right?
Yeah.
But in any event, so there's three different types of updates. Okay, there are important critical updates that you need to do. There's optional updates, and then there's fake updates, which can bury you and put malware on your system. Okay, so we'll take them in turn. So briefly. Critical updates are like Windows updates. Okay, Windows updates are very important because they're usually patching security flaws that criminals are taking advantage of in the operating system, as I talked about last week in another sessions. Okay,
Yes.
There's a current one called the Creator Update. I don't know why it's called that because it doesn't create anything, but it does, rather than create anything, it solves some existing holes in the operating system, which if you don't plug them, criminals can take advantage of it and hijack your system. So that's a critical update. All right. A couple of others would be Java and Adobe Flash. Those are important updates that you need to patch your browser. If you don't patch your browser, it can be hijacked.
Java's like every other day.
Exactly. And if you do it, it won't be. But if you don't do it, yes, it'll just keep bugging you forever.
Okay, so the critical update. What's the second?
Okay, second one's optional update. You get
Optional.
new iTunes update or your HP printer or something like this. These can improve product functionality, but if you don't do them, it's not a big deal. Okay. Usually, if you use your iPhone and you have iTunes, you're going to do it. But if you don't, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
Third one is the fake one. Okay. The fake one is like driver update. It's a pop-up that can come up sometimes. That's a fake update. If you do that update, you will in fact inject malware into your system.
And that's what it looks like.
And that's what it looks like on the screen. And yes, you're in a world of pain. So don't do that. Okay, that's really important. All right. Now, how do you distinguish? That's the big question, right? How can you tell which ones to do and which ones not to do? Reach out to a computer professional.
You know any?
Well.
As a matter of fact,
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously, we'd love to have everyone call GoGeeks, but if you have a relationship with someone else, call them. Don't necessarily rely on your nephew. And the important thing is, write down, once you find out the answer, this is an update I should do, make a note of it so next time you don't have to ask.
Great information.
Got it.
Stan Prager, GoGeeks on East Longmeadow.
Thank you.